Okay, well, thank you very much for being here tonight. We're about 10 minutes from kick-off now to get you in the league. We've got a few extra roles from the other ones. But it's all this season on the big screen now.
A very good evening and welcome to Vitality Stadium ahead of AFC Bournemouth development squad against Ipswich Town under-21s in the Professional Development League this evening. A big opportunity for Alan Connell's side tonight, who are bang in form at the moment on a very impressive 12-game unbeaten run in all competitions to move to the top of the table in Group South of the Professional Development League. QPR currently top of the table by a point ahead of the Cherries youngsters, but their game postponed against Charlton on Monday due to a waterlogged pitch means they were unable to extend that lead at the top of the table. And a Cherries development side. Max, great to have you here. I know you're out injured at the moment. As we were just saying, big opportunity for Alan Connell's side tonight and your teammates. What chance do you give them up against Ipswich?
Yeah, you know, I think we're on a great run at the moment, so obviously I back the boys with everything we've got to take that work on the training pitch out there tonight. So yeah, very, very confident in the boys.
What would it do for confidence and psychologically as well to get the win tonight and move up and above QPR in the table?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's obviously a big one for the boys, and obviously being here, this occasion, having almost 3,000 fans here, just makes the occasion so important and such a special moment for the boys here tonight.
Just tell everyone a little bit about the injury that keeps you out. You'd usually obviously be out there on the pitch leading the team.
So I actually took part in one of the friendlies the first team had the other day against Brentford, and in around the 70th minute I've felt a bit of pain in my foot, and it turns out the next day after a scan that I've got a little bit of inflammation in the foot, let's say, so that leaves me out for a few weeks.
Team news tonight then from Alan Connell. He makes two changes to the side that beat Watford last time out at the end of November. In comes Emiliano Marcondes, adding the experience from Bournemouth's first team on his journey back from injury. And there's a start for Ben Winterburn as well in the heart of defence. It's Ferdinand Oko and Nathan Mariah Welsh who drop out of the side this evening. Mariah Welsh suspended for tonight's game against QPR. So the Cherries team for you: Cameron Plain with a late changing goal coming in from the start, and Finn Tonks, Ben Greenwood, Ben Winterburn and Noah Bouton, your back four for the Cherries. The midfield: Jack Wadham and Dominic Sadie in the middle. Balraj Landa and Michael da Costa Gonzalez will play down the wings. Marcondes in the number 10 position tonight, in behind the Cherries' top goal scorer, Daniel Ado-Ajayi. 14 goals already for him this season. On the Bournemouth bench, Mac Allen's your sub-goalkeeper, Lewis Brown, Ferdinand Oko, Ewan Pollock and Kian Tideman. Ipswich Town, they line up with Henry Gray in goal. The rest of their team: Ayuba Jambang, Edwin Badje, Elkin Baggott, Dan O'Connor, Matty Roberts, Ryan Carr, Alex Stepienawumne, Leon Ayinde, Osman Foyo and Ash Boatswain. Their bench: Charlie Binns, Michael Lavin, Paul Moody and Pedro Amadou. Man in charge tonight, referee Harry Wager, gets us underway here at the Vitality Stadium. Da Costa Gonzalez over on the far side with the header. "12 games unbeaten then for Alan Connell's development side. 10 wins and 2 draws in that run. Haven't been beaten since the 9th of September. Max, what's been the secret to that good form of late?
I think hard work, you know, taking everything that we do on the training pitch into a game day. Not dropping that 5%, say, in training, just giving everything every day.
Here's Tonks. Under pressure from Ayinde. And Plain will clear from the back. Da Costa Gonzalez again in off the right flank. Lay tackle in there on Jack Wadham. Right in front of the referee. Ryan Carr coming off worse for Ipswich. It's Greenwood captaining the side this evening in Max Kinsey's absence. Lander. Playing a name and face I'm sure many Cherries fans will know. Was on the first team bench for the League Cup game against Liverpool earlier on this season. Too much in that from Bouton. Max, who should we look out for this evening? We obviously mentioned Dadu Ajayi up top with 14 goals already this season. Who else stands out for this Cherry side?
I think there's a few, you know. It'd be hard to put a name to one, but I think one that's got a lot that can just come out of nowhere, Michael Da Costa. You know, on that right wing, he can sort of create moments from nothing, but then again, I could say that about a lot of the boys having great moments.
Bouton. Greenwood. Finds Wadham. Marcondes charged down quickly there by Alkan Baggett. One of the more experienced players in the Ipswich side this evening, Baggett. International experience with Indonesia and a handful of League Cup appearances this season as well for the first team. Da Costa Gonzalez. Roberts. Foyo. Space for Roberts. Early cross in, good header. Camplain had to produce the save away to his left. Did well, the Cherries goalkeeper. Too much time and space for Ipswich on that occasion. Here's Marcondes. Dadu Ajayi. Still Dadu Ajayi. Can't squeeze it past Gray. Great opportunity for Bournemouth to take the lead. Broke away with real pace there. Dadu Ajayi will be disappointed with that. 8 goals in his last 6 in this impressive run for Bournemouth. Max, big opportunity for Bournemouth there early on in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Lovely pass from Emmy and a lovely bit of movement there from Dan.
Ball down the line, doesn't find Marcondes. Really decent crowd inside Vitality Stadium for this one this evening. You see the main stand there, well populated. Around 2,000, if not more, expected for the game. Alan Connell in his pre-match notes. Looking forward to seeing his players tested in front of a crowd like that tonight. Ayinde. Marked closely by Sadie. Here's Baggett. Bournemouth's first season in this professional development league. After the good news in the summer that the Cherries had been awarded Category 2 status for their academy. Allowed them to move into this division and level. If you're new to the Professional Development League, they are split into 2. So a South group, where the Cherries, as we said earlier, currently sit in second, and a North group. Here comes Da Costa Gonzalez. Lovely touch, opens up some space, a fierce shot. Had Henry Gray scrambling away to his right. Lovely strike that from Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Landa looking for Aduajay. Cherries will play every team in the southern group of this professional development league, home and away this season. And they'll play each team in the northern group as well, either home or away. Bournemouth's only defeats this season coming to two teams in the northern group. Lost 3-0 at Barnsley at the end of August. And then that 4-0 defeat at Hull on the 9th of September, the last time Alan Connell's side were beaten. Come the end of the regular season, the top two in the southern group, the top two in the northern group will make it through to the playoffs. Greenwood looking for Bouton. Good defending in there by Jambang. Max, what do you make of the way this game started tactically from Bournemouth so far?
You know, I think Bournemouth just sort of trying to figure out how Ipswich have set out to play. Obviously, out of possession, trying to get the press and lock, the whole back line and midfield and front of the pitch, all up to the ball, to be honest, being quite aggressive, but, you know, just got to see how the game goes and see if that changes depending on how they play. Good line there from the Bournemouth back four.
In terms of how you're coached under Alan Connell as well and brought up as a team, how much does it mirror and have similarities to the first team in the way they work, obviously with that progression in mind?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially with this, well, newish manager this season, the style of play is definitely sort of mirrored by Alan and how we sort of play, you know, being brave on the ball, but also not being afraid to go over the opposition's press. Out of possession, that hard working, ratting after the ball, you know, the whole 95 minutes. And when we sort of need to get under the ball, do it, but then, you know, pick your time to then maybe go again with the press.
Plain will go long and look for Aduajay. Jambang for Ipswich. Roberts. Agbaji goes to the keeper, Gray. New Zealand under-20 international, the Ipswich goalkeeper. Wadham. Lovely turn from Wadham there. Finds Sadie. Da Costa Gonzalez. Had that great opportunity for Bournemouth a few moments ago. Chances at both ends so far, if you're just joining us a little late. Cameron Plain producing a good save to keep the scoreline at 0-0 for Bournemouth. The Cherries pretty much going straight up the other end. Daniel Aduajay couldn't quite get his shot on target, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And then a rasping shot from Da Costa Gonzalez from a long way out, just over the top of the Ipswich bar. And the visitors have their first corner of the game. Well dealt with at the front post. Good header from Winterburn. Aduajai a bit disappointed with that decision from the referee. How good has he been so far this season, Max?
Oh, Dan's red hot at the moment, you know, put him in front of goal, might miss 1-2, but, you know, eventually he's going to put it in the back of the net, and I think he's striving off that confidence, you know, of every game putting him in the back of the net, so, yeah, couldn't be more pleased for him.
Bit of a mix-up there between Winterburn and Tonks. That's left Ipswich in. Ayinde, big tackle, last-ditch tackle in there from Greenwood. Really important stuff, Max.
Yeah, great that from Ben. You know, last-ditch challenge when you need it.
Former Fleet Spurs man, Ben Greenwood. More defending to do for the Cherries. Not dealt with this time at the front post, and headed into the far corner. Dan O'Connor gives the visitors the lead. That initial corner in not dealt with by the Cherries. Dan O'Connor somehow able to almost loop the ball past Cam Plain in goal for Bournemouth. Bournemouth 0, Ipswich 1. Max, what's your take on the opener for Ipswich there?
Yeah, you know, it got played into the box. Not a bad ball from the Ipswich player. Got a bit scrambly in and around that 6-yard box and sort of, you know, fortunately fell straight to one of their players, and yeah, it was a good header, to be fair.
So Bournemouth will have to come from a goal down if they are to get themselves to the top of the Group South table in the Professional Development League this evening. Just a point behind QPR coming into this game. Bouton linking up nicely with Marcondes. Room for the cross. Couldn't find Aduajai. And Ipswich will try and break again. Ayinde, who's looked dangerous in off that left flank. Finds Roberts. Carr. Roberts. Good interception from Wadham. Plain can't find his man, his car. And Baggett. Carr looking for Roberts. Flags up for offside.
Another great line.
Second or third time you've mentioned that this evening, Max. Something you work on a lot, I'm sure, in training.
Yeah, definitely, you know, being that unit together at the back, being on the same wavelength as each other, you know, squeezing up the pitch and being ready for that ball in behind. And yeah, the boys squeezed up well there.
Greenwood looking for Marcondes. Gray again clears long. Good battle there in the centre circle involving Ben Winterburn. With Osman Foyo. Winterburn getting the better of it on that occasion. Greenwood looking for the run of Bouton. Beaten to it by Jambang. Wins the corner. Jambang convinced it was a goal kick. Jack Wadham will deliver the set piece. Been with the Cherries since the age of 10. Lovely delivery, dangerous delivery towards the front post. No one there in red and black. Carr. Jambang. Former Reading and Norwich youngster, finds Roberts. Baggett fired into the feet of Stepien Awumne. This is nice for the Cherries. Not quite that final ball there from Marcondes in the return pass to Aduajai. Carr looking for Foyo. Bouton can't get past Roberts. Finn Tonks arrives in support. Unfairly so, says the referee. Didn't look like a great deal in that, Max.
No, I'm not sure. I thought, if anything, that was a Cherries ball.
Roberts to deliver the set piece for Ipswich, who lead Bournemouth by a 1-0 through Dan O'Connor. Headed clear by Wadden. Jambang looking for Roberts again. Bouton. Agbaji for Ipswich. Foyo. Marcondes gets a foot in there, just ahead of Stepien Awumne. Flag up for offside again on this near side. Play on, says the referee, with Bournemouth in possession. Winterburn. Well worked out to the right. And Da Costa Gonzalez. Good turn of pace. He's got the beating of the fullback. Does well and wins the corner. He's had one of Bournemouth's better chances of the game. Came from a long way out. Good powerful strike from the edge of the box from Da Costa Gonzalez, just over the bar. Another moment for Aduajai as well. Earlier on, before that, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Couldn't find the target. Cherries have had their moments. Greenwood to deliver the corner. Baggett heads away. Smashed clear by Roberts. Everyone back defending for Ipswich. Bouton with the sliding tackle. Frenchman's been busy today, down the left for Bournemouth so far. Marcondes wins the free kick. Lander. Again, Da Costa Gonzalez looking for that run down the right. One back by Ipswich. Here's Foyo. Early cross in, looking for Boatswain in the middle. Dealt with again by Ben Greenwood, not for the first time this evening, with some important interceptions. Another corner to Ipswich over on the far side. The opening goal of the game came from a set piece on that side. Roberts again to deliver. Well read by Dominic Sadie. And a yellow card in there for Leon Ayinde for taking too long over the throw-in. Referee Harry Wager not messing around this evening. Playing clears from the back. Lander. Good first touch from Lander. That was difficult, bounced up in front of him awkwardly. Cherry's boss Alan Connell right on the edge of his technical area, trying to get some instructions onto his team. Lovely switch from Greenwood, finds Bouton down the left. Here's Sadie. Sadie will try from distance. Comfortable one for Henry Gray in goal for the visitors. First Acosta Gonzalez, then Sadie, both from a long way out trying their luck. Max, something you're encouraged to do from your manager if the space and the opportunity arises?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, got to take it on if the space comes in front of you. I think especially those two players early on, finding that space is no coincidence. You know, they both got very quick feet, and yeah, did well to get into the right areas.
That's the voice of Max Kinsey, the development squad captain, out injured tonight with a foot problem. Here come Ipswich again, and Roberts, great save, strong right hand, down low by Cameron Plain. Big save from Cam Plain to keep the scoreline at 1-0. Something, Max, I'm sure you're very used to seeing him doing in training regularly.
Yeah, all the time, you know. Cam's a quality keeper. We're very lucky to have him in our squad.
Been with the Cherry since 2018 now, having arrived from Norwich City. Here come Ipswich again. Here's Boatswain, that one straight at Plain. More comfortable save for the Cherries goalkeeper. Regularly trains with the Cherries first team goalkeepers. Often spotted on a match day at Vitality Stadium as well with the first team. A late call up into the side tonight as well. Wouldn't have had a great deal to think about his performance, Max, or even warm up. in that sense, and so far he's pulled off a couple of great saves this evening.
Yeah, you know, I think that's the thing with Cam. He's so reliable. You know, as you say, with not long to sort of prepare, he's come in and made a few big stops already.
Here's Greenwood. 1-2 with Bouton. Sweeping ball from Greenwood, looking for Da Costa Gonzalez. Read in there by Dan O'Connor, goal scorer for Ipswich, which gives them their 1-0 lead. If you are just joining us on the stream this evening, very warm welcome to you. Being provided in a partnership with ESET tonight. Bournemouth, if they can find a way back into this game, could go to the top of their table tonight with a win. Just 1 point behind QPR coming into this evening's game. Cherries won't meet QPR themselves until early next year in 2024. Is the top 2 sides that make it through to the end of season playoffs from the North and the South group. Ipswich themselves have had a fair bit of success in this competition, have made the playoffs in 2019, 2021 and 2022 most recently. Baggett finds O'Connor down the left. Boatswain with a header. Don't think he intended it to drop to Ayinde. Nearly fell nicely for Ipswich there. Good defending from Bournemouth again. Plain spotted the run of Bouton beautifully. Bouton just didn't quite time that run to perfection. Flag up for offside over on the far side from the assistant referee. Max, your overall assessment so far as we approach the half-hour mark? The scoreline a fair one based on what you've seen in the game so far, that 1-0 lead for Ipswich?
To be honest, I think we've probably had more of the chances, you know, but Ipswich have obviously been more clinical. Yeah, I think it's been quite a fair game so far, both having chances though.
Good battle again between Bouton and Roberts. Roberts wins this one. Matty Roberts has certainly looked one of the more dangerous players for Ipswich so far in this first half. All 11 men inside the box defending for Bournemouth for this corner. Roberts delivers. Lander heads away. Another important block, this time from Da Costa Gonzalez. Got out really quickly there to close down Foyo. Carr. Baggett stayed forward from the corner. Here's Ayinde. Winterburn doing the marking for Bournemouth. Roberts. Jambang. Agbaji for Ipswich, out to O'Connor. Nice first touch from Ayinde. Out to Roberts. Carr. Former Carlisle and Newcastle youngsters been marshalling things in the middle of the park for Ipswich so far this evening. In there to break up the play when needed. Here's Agbaje. And Jambang. One back well by Bournemouth and Lander. Sadie. Looking for Marcondes. Just a lull in the atmosphere at the moment. The Cherries fans in need of something to liven them up from the development side. Maybe here now. Da Costa Gonzalez, early ball in. Couldn't find the angle. Comfortable for Henry Gray. Gray signed in the summer from Wellington Phoenix over in New Zealand for Ipswich. Roberts. Lander for the Cherries. Marcondes looks up, thinks about the shot. Aduajay will join in. Tonks. Tonks goes over. Just a bit cramped for room in there, Max.
Yeah, you know, the boys trying to get little short, sharp combinations off, but, you know, yeah, the spaces was quite tight.
Ayinde linking up with O'Connor. Tonks across to block. Wadham to Sadie. Here's Lander in off that left flank. Still Lander. Caught him by surprise a little bit there. Da Costa Gonzalez. Sadie closed down well by Carr. Boatswain goes back to the right back Jambag. Baggett. One back well by Da Costa Gonzalez and wins the free kick. A chance for Bournemouth to deliver the ball into the box with 10 minutes to go until half-time. Greenwood and Wadham stood over the ball. Cherries boss Alan Collins still out on the edge of his technical area. Coming up against Ipswich, incredibly, for the first time in his long career. Never faced them as a player or as a manager or coach since leaving them back in 2002. Cross into the front post. Headed well clear by Ipswich. Alan Connell signed by Bournemouth from Ipswich as a 19-year-old back in 2002. Of course, arrived back with the Cherries after finishing his playing career as part of the coaching staff in 2015. Brought back in amongst it by his former teammate and manager Eddie Howe. Here's O'Connor, scorer of the game's only goal so far. Headed away by Greenwood. Jambang. Some room for Wadham. And for Da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks flying forward on the underlap. And does well there, Tonks, does really well. Dan O'Connor recovering in the end. Not seen a great deal of the ball so far this evening, Finn Tonks. When he has done, he's looked lively.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Finn makes those runs really well, whether it goes unnoticed or not. You know, he either frees up Michael's space or gets him in behind the defence. So yeah, in and out of possession, does a great job.
Baggett. O'Connor looking for the run of Foyo. Foyo's going to try and get round the outside of Winterburn. Winterburn does really well. Strong defending by Winterburn. Aduajai. He's got Lander to his right. Bouton with space to move into. Lander and Aduajai central. Marcondes in there as well. Well charged down by Carr. Sadie. Winterburn. Late tackle on Winterburn by Foyo. Play on, says the referee. Da Costa Gonzalez. Can he make the most of the advantage? Again, he gets round the outside of his man. Oh, risky leaving there by Baggett. Marcondes was lurking. Ipswich just about get away with it in the end. Assuming Baggett got the call from his goalkeeper, Gray. Gray looks for Boatswain. Boatswain to Roberts. Carr. Roberts wins it back away from Wadham. Looks for Ayinde. Ayinde one-on-one with Tonks. Good defending from Tonks. Roberts with the corner. Again, doesn't beat the first man. Ipswich will reset through Carr. Marcondes and then Wadham with the header. Winterburn clears. Greenwood. Marcondes has dropped deep just to try and make something happen for Bournemouth. Greenwood. Winterburn again looking for Da Costa Gonzalez. Aduajai looking for Tonks. Cut off by Ipswich. Boatswain in a battle with Greenwood. Boatswain wins it and the free kick. Just under 4 minutes to go until half-time. Best of Bournemouth's chances coming very early on in this first half. First through Aduajai. One-on-one with the keeper, couldn't find the target. Here's Roberts again on another rangy run for Ipswich. Well dealt with by Greenwood and Bouton. A couple of long-range efforts for the Cherries as well. First through to Costa Gonzalez. Really powerful strike, which was just over the bar, and then one by Dominic Sadie from about 20 yards out or so, which was a comfortable save for Henry Gray. Straight out the goalkeeper. So still that Dan O'Connor goal. Looped over and past Cameron Plain into the far corner from an Ipswich corner, which gives the visitors the lead. Marcondes. Da Costa Gonzalez. Gray will come out and deals with it. Marcondes again for the Cherries. Seems to be popping up all over the place at the moment. Marcondes able to play tonight under the rules for this level and division, where you can play 3 players over the age of 23. And a goalkeeper on top of that as well if you require. Tonks. Aduajai marked closely by Dan O'Connor. Aduajai. Da Costa Gonzalez, still Da Costa Gonzalez again. Wicked shot, just couldn't hit the target. Another bright moment for the Cherries. That one not quite as close as the first, I don't think. But Max Kinsey, you sense something's coming for Michael Da Costa Gonzalez this evening.
Yeah, you know, just got to keep trying to get him in them right areas, and you know, similar to sort of Dan, he can score goals, and you know, Michael can create something out of nothing. So yeah, just got to keep giving them the ball.
3 goals already this season for the Spaniard. Been with Bournemouth since the age of 11, since moving to England with his mother and younger brother as well, who's also part of the Cherries Academy setup. Here's Sadie. Sadie finds Lander. Lander with a deep cross just over the head of Aduajai. Sadie wins it back unfairly, says the referee. Bournemouth searching for that equaliser before the break. Greenwood heads clear. Boatswain for Ipswich. Stepion Iwumne, formerly of Southampton's academy. Greenwood. The switch finds the feet beautifully of Da Costa Gonzalez. Lovely touch, and then again gets around the outside of O'Connor. O'Connor does well. Corner to Bournemouth. Opportunity right at the end of this first half as we move into stoppage time. Greenwood will deliver. Everyone bar Bouton forward for Bournemouth. Greenwood, it's a testing one, it's well dealt with by Henry Gray. Commanding stuff from the Cherries goalkeeper, and there is the half-time whistle from the referee. Bournemouth with work to do, they'll go in a goal down. Dan O'Connor's opener inside the opening 15 minutes, the difference between the two teams. Chances for Bournemouth though. Adu Ajay, a couple for Da Costa Gonzalez, and Dominic Sadie with a strike on target as well. Bournemouth with Cameron Plain to thank at the other end though for keeping the scoreline at just 1-0. A couple of big saves from the Cherries goalkeeper. Max Kinsey, your assessment of that first half?
Yeah, you know, I think Ipswich have done well with the chances they've had, and you know, Bournemouth just haven't had that cutting edge down the other end. I think, yeah, the second half they'll come out raring to go, and yeah, hopefully put on a good performance in the second half to get us back in the lead.
What do you think Alan Connell will be saying at half-time? What's he like as a coach inside the dressing room?
You know, it'll be encouraging. I reckon what they'll be looking at is probably trying to find the channels. You know, Noah uses physicality down that left side, push him up a little bit as a left back, and almost try and get 6 on the top line and swing that like back 3 around. Almost Ben Winterburn come in the middle as a 3. But yeah, you know, it'll just be all positive. Just keep going. Maybe tidy up those little final passes and touches in the final third.
That's the voice of Max Kinsey, the Bournemouth development squad captain. More to come from him in the second half. Bournemouth can go top of Group South in the Professional Development League this evening, but they need a win, and they'll need to find at least 2 goals in the second half. Coverage to come when the players are back out for the next 45. Half-time here at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth 0, Ipswich 1.
and they come down to the dugout, come and collect your Christmas crackers for 376 to be away.
Welcome back to Vitality Stadium. Ahead of the second half here between AFC Bournemouth in Ipswich in the Professional Development League Group South. Bournemouth a goal down at the break after Dan O'Connor's opener in the first half. Work for Alan Connell to do in the dressing room at half-time. Bournemouth yet to really get out of third gear, you feel. for a side on a 12-game unbeaten run. 3 or 4 good opportunities in that first half, but unable to stick any of them in the back of the net. No changes at half-time. So the Cherries team for you: Cameron Plain in goal. It's a back four of Finn Tonks, Ben Winterburn, Ben Greenwood and Noah Boutin. A midfield of Jack Wadham and Dominic Sadie in the middle. Balraj Lander down the left. Michael da Costa Gonzalez, who had a couple of long-range efforts off target in the first half, down the right. Emiliano Marcondes from the Cherries' first team squad continues his comeback from injury in the number 10 role this evening, in behind Daniel Adu-Ajay, leading the line for Bournemouth. As referee Harry Wager gets us back underway here at Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth's bench for Alan Connell to call upon should he require them. Mac Allen's the substitute goalkeeper. He's also got options in Lewis Brown, Ferdinand Oko, Ewan Pollock and Kean Tideman. The Ipswich lineup for you: they've got Henry Gray in goal, a back four of Jambang, Agbaje, Baggott and O'Connor. 2 central midfielders are Ryan Carr and Stepian Awumne. Ayinde goes down the left, Roberts down the right, who had a very lively first half for the visitors. Osman Foyo's in the number 10 role, just in behind Ash Boatswain. The Ipswich bench for you: Charlie Binns, Michael Lavin, Paul Moody and Pedro Amado. Here's Gray. Thanks for joining us on the stream for this second half, brought to you in partnership tonight with ESET. The Cherries trying to get themselves to the top of the table in Group South. A point behind QPR coming into this evening's game. QPR were due to play yesterday against Charlton, but that match was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. So this Bournemouth's game in hand over QPR. The Professional Development League split into 2 leagues, all Category 2 academies. It's the level below Premier League 2, where Category 1 academies compete. Top 2 will go through to the playoffs of the North Group and the South Group. The winners of the semi-finals then go through to play in the grand final. This competition won last year by Millwall, Coventry the year before that, and Birmingham in 2021. Ipswich themselves finished at top of the South Group in 2022, but lost their playoff semi-final to Coventry, who then went on to win the competition, beating Bristol City in the final at Ashton Gate. Sadie's looking for Marcondes there. Instead we'll find Lander. Foyo. Development squad captain Max Kinsey out injured tonight with a foot problem, but is here with us for commentary on the live stream. Max, fair assessment to say Bournemouth really yet to get out of third gear? You feel like there's plenty more in them this evening if they can find it?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we've hit our usual levels in our most recent games. I think that is, yeah, as you say, it's yet to come, but I think boys just keep working and trying to do the right things. That'll come.
Ayinde's ball just too heavy there as he looked for Foyo. Wadham. Had a loan down the road at Dorchester a few years ago. Former Weymouth Cougars player as a youngster as well, Jack Wadham. Had a good solid game in the middle of the park for Bournemouth this evening so far. Here's Plain, pulled off a couple of big saves in the first half to keep the scoreline at 1-0. One really strong right arm down low, reaction save to his right. Baggett has played a number of World Cup qualifiers recently for Indonesia. That's one back well by Foyo. Still Foyo. Foyo finds the back of the net. And Ipswich double their lead early in the second half. Not the start to this second 45 that Bournemouth and Alan Connell would have wanted. Foyer was nearly found a few moments ago, unsuccessfully. And real work for the Cherries to do now to come back from 2 goals down. Max?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, it was a good finish from the lad. Bit unfortunate from Bao. You know, he's got great feet, got a lot of quality, but misfortunate there to sort of give it away. But yeah, boys have got a bit of a mountain to climb now. But you know, obviously, 100% belief in them because I know what this group's got and I know the talent that's in this group.
Here's Tonks looking for the Costa Gonzalez. This Cherries team unbeaten since the start of September, 12-game run. Here's Tonks looking for a quick response. Wins the corner. Will be Greenwood to deliver. Looking for Aduajai, lurking on the 6-yard area, along with the Costa Gonzalez. Some nice play from the Cherries. That's curling. Not curling enough from Dominic Sadie. Ipswich just one win in their last 4 games in the Professional Development League, coming into this match tonight off the back of a 4-0 defeat away at Swansea. Jamban clears from the back, the 18-year-old goes long. Ayinde beaten to it by Wadham. Tonks. Wadham again. Bouton's peeled out to the left. Greenwood looking for Bouton. Lander. Winterburn. Loose pass. Tonks couldn't quite get there. Ayinde around the outside of Tonks. Tonks gives away the free kick. O'Connor to Baggett. Looking for Boatswain. Sadie cuts it off well, with a bit of help from Bouton. Greenwood again. some space for Bouton. Foyo charging down to try and catch Bouton. Back with Wadham. Switch to Da Costa Gonzalez. Here comes Tonks on the overlap. Early delivery from Tonks, looking for Marcondes. Had Ujai in there as well. Beautiful touch from Wadham just to kill it dead out of the sky there. And a searching ball as well for Da Costa Gonzalez. Does well to keep it in. Tonks. Winterburn. Marcondes for the Cherries. Good possession, good retention this from Bournemouth. Patient play. Sadie, Da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks again will deliver first time. Max, how much is the Category 2 status and the move into this professional development league helped you as players?
Yeah, you know, I think it's just a new level from what the sort of academy all the way up has been used to. So yeah, that jump is definitely helpful for everyone really. That learning of the different sort of teams, different styles of play.
I guess the competitive nature as well, as opposed to
definitely
playing friendlies more regularly.
Yeah, 100%. Especially
a lot of competition for those league places now.
Yeah, and coming up from that sort of 18s to 21s, you know, the step up in level and league, and sort of, you know, the occasion of a match day is a lot bigger than it sort of would have been in a Cat 3 sort of 18s game. So yeah, no, it's definitely valuable for everyone.
Ball down the line, looking for the run of Boatswain for Ipswich. Good hold-up play from Boatswain. Winterburn. Marcondes. Sadie. No real complaints there from Da Costa Gonzalez. Ball was won back well by Ipswich, and that's a long ball looking for the run of Matty Roberts. Bouton recovered really well. Good defending from the Frenchman. Joined the Cherries, Bouton, back in 2020. We mentioned earlier the first French player to join the Bournemouth Academy. Turned down the likes of West Brom, Birmingham and Stoke as well to choose Bournemouth. Max, you spend most of your time training out at Camford Arena, but it must be a real exciting prospect to move into that new Bournemouth training ground once it's finished. I know we keep seeing updates on the club's social media, and everyone, first team, women's team, will all be over there eventually. It must be something to really look forward to.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I think everyone deserves it. You know, the way the clubs like worked and how the first team are doing, and you know, I think it's well deserved. And I think, yeah, as you say, it'd be really nice to sort of everyone be at one place.
Here's Greenwood. Good opportunity tonight as well for these young Cherries players to grace the field at the Vitality Stadium in front of a decent crowd. It's part of the rules of the league. Each team must host at least 5 matches at their main stadium over the course of the season. Stepiano there, the former Saints player. Can't find its intended target with this ball, and that'll fall nicely for Aduajai. Still Aduajai. He's dragged his shot wide. Another bright moment for the Cherries' leading goal scorer. And unlike him for the second time this evening, unable to find the target. Just snatched at that one a little bit, Max.
Yeah, you know, just maybe getting a little bit impatient. But yeah, just got to, as I say, stay patient and it'll come.
Ipswich will play their way out from the back, successfully so, through Ryan Carr, Roberts, and now Ayinde. O'Connor's charging down the left if Ayinde looks up. Instead he opts for Roberts to his right. Still Matty Roberts. Matty Roberts from a long way out, and that puts Ipswich 3-0 up. And that'll probably be the game as well, a long way back for Bournemouth now. Matty Roberts, who looked dangerous in the first half, with a long-range effort past Cameron Plain. Bournemouth 0, Ipswich 3, the Cherries heading for their first defeat since the start of September. And as it stands, their long 12-game unbeaten run on course to come to an end. Max just given a little bit too much time again on the edge of the box there, Ipswich.
Yeah, you know, I think it was a great finish, to be honest with you. Maybe he could have got a little bit tighter. I'm not sure it was, whether it was Ben Greenwood or, but you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to respect good moments.
Looks like we may see a change imminently for the Cherries as well. So if Max can tell us who that is about to come in over on the far side, your eyesight probably better than mine.
That's Kean Tideman.
Kean Tideman on his way shortly. In the meantime, here's Da Costa Gonzalez. It's a dangerous ball in, just ahead of everyone in red and black. It's a little clap from his teammate Aduajai. Marcondes with a back heel. Nice turn from Aduajai. Can he find Marcondes again? Da Costa Gonzalez in a bit of space to the right. We'll have to reset. It's Sadie, Marcondes. Just that final moment for Bournemouth. Not quite there this evening. Great to hear the young Cherries fans in the main stand trying to get the side going this evening. Winterburn. Sadie. Wins a free kick. A big double header to come on Sunday for Bournemouth. Alan Connell's development side up against Charlton in the Premier League Cup. That'll be played at New Cuthbury in a 1 o'clock kickoff. And AFC Bournemouth women will make history against Charlton here at Vitality Stadium in the FA Cup third round for the first time in the club's history. So plenty of options for some Sunday football for you. Both sides will be grateful of the support. Marcondes and Greenwood. It's going to be Marcondes for the Cherries. Curling and headed goalwards. It's Matty Carr in the end. Ryan Carr, sorry, for Ipswich. With a good defensive header. So another corner for Bournemouth. Greenwood. Bouton will pick up the pieces. Tonks with the push in the back. Still, Kean Tideman waits for his opportunity to come on. Here is that substitution now coming up for the Cherries. Looks like it's going to be Balraj Lander coming off for Bournemouth. Then on comes Kean Tideman. Max, what can you tell us about Kean?
Another really talented, great player. You know, Kean has proved that he can come on and really change a game. In one of our recent games against Havant and Waterloo, I think he came on and scored 2 within the space of about 5 minutes. So yeah, really obviously good player, and yeah, as I say, can change a game.
Exactly what Bournemouth need now with 25 minutes to go. We've got a stoppage in play. Ryan Carr's gone down with a bit of cramp for Ipswich. Emiliano Marcondes wants him to get off the pitch so the game can carry on. Max, I know you played in the behind closed doors friendly here for the first team recently alongside Emi Marcondes, and we mentioned earlier you can have 3 outfield players over the age of 23 taking part in these games. What's it like having that kind of experience in the dressing room, in amongst all of you youngsters? I'm sure soaking it all in.
Yeah, you know, it's invaluable. You know, where they've played, where some of the players have played, like just all that they've learned, the talent that they have is, yeah, it's incredible, and it's just really good to be around it. You know, you got to soak it all in when you're there and when you're with them, to then, you know, bring it in and use that when you're out there.
We do get back underway eventually. Henry Gray's had a pretty quiet second half so far in goal for Ipswich. Bouton heads away. Foyo, scorer of Ipswich's second goal. A goal in each half for the visitors has given them that 2-0 lead this evening. Dan O'Connor in the first half. 3-0 lead, sorry, I should say. 2 in the second half. Not forgetting the brilliant strike from Matty Roberts on the edge of the box. Chances have been hard to come by for Bournemouth since the half-time break. It's a nice ball looking for Wadham. Here's Adu Ajay. Goal kick. Marcondes trying to steal in there. Felt the goal kick had already been taken by Gray, the goalkeeper. It's not a great clearance, it's straight to Tonks. Can Bournemouth make the most of it? Marcondes, top of the box. Da Costa Gonzalez, brilliant shot, brilliant save by Gray. First time he's tested the goalkeeper, Da Costa Gonzalez, after a couple of powerful shots in the first half, went over in wide. Gray equal to it. Best chance of the second half for Bournemouth so far. That goal is coming, you feel, for Da Costa Gonzalez at some point this evening. He's got some left foot on him, Max.
Yeah, he does. He's got a great strike.
Marcondes, cheeky ball into the box. Da Costa Gonzalez again from distance. That wasn't far away. He is not afraid to pull the trigger. That really had Gray scrambling. I think Gray's managed to injure himself there on the dive. 4 opportunities. Absolute stunners. Born in Alicante, Da Costa Gonzalez. Been with Bournemouth a long time now, as we said earlier, from the age of 11. Some fine for the Cherries, real prospect for the future. Ipswich, his goalkeeper is back up and okay, but now they've got Leon Ayinde down injured. And all this is really doing, Max, is just taking more sting out of the game. The last thing Bournemouth need at 3-0 down, trying to get themselves back into it after a couple of bright moments as well. Yeah, definitely. I know as a player it's very frustrating when these sort of things happen, but you just got to keep yourself warm and keep yourself ticking over for when the ball gets back in play. Gives us a bit of an opportunity to have a chat about yourself, Max. And I'm sure many Bournemouth fans will have heard of your name, maybe read the piece in the programme against Aston Villa recently as well. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you've ended up here with the Cherries. So at the beginning I was at a Sunday League team called Onslow Village for about 6 months at the age of 9. Got picked up by a Chelsea scout there. Ended up being on trial at Chelsea for about a year because it got extended so many times. Didn't end up getting offered at Chelsea. Under 10s. From there, Chelsea recommended me to Southampton, and then from there I ended up being at Southampton for about 6 years, up until under 16s, the scholar stage, where I didn't get offered a scholarship. Went on trial at Sheffield Wednesday and Bournemouth, got offered scholars at both, and decided to come here. What was it in the end that pulled you into the Cherries? I think just Bournemouth being in the Championship, pushing for that Premier League status, and that family feel about the club. I really like how it's not a massive club. You're not just a number. Everyone's really close here. Everyone's really close. Back underway at Vitality Stadium. There's been a change for Ipswich. Leon Ayinde unable to continue, so has headed off. Pedro Amadou is on in his place. And we're going to see another change for the visitors, and Alan Connell preparing to make a second substitution of the evening as well over on the far side. Kean Tideman with the tackle. This time Jambang goes down for Ipswich and stays down. It's a cold evening out there, really cold evening here in Dorset. I wonder if that's having an impact on some of these collisions and injuries that are being picked up. Is that Ewan Pollock over on the far side? Max is being prepared to come on for... Yeah, that's Ewan. For the Cherries. What will he add to this final 15 minutes or so? As I say, a bit like Dan, get him in the right areas and pull the trigger, and it won't be long before you see the ball hit the back of the net. Good 73 minutes in the tank for Emiliano Marcondes. And a hug from Alan Connell on his way off as well. Ewan Pollock on for the remainder of this match. Former first team boss Andoni Iraola. Saying in his pre-match press conference last week ahead of the Villa game how good it was to see Emiliano Marcondes back out on the grass and in amongst the first team squad again as the Cherries go away to Crystal Palace in the Premier League tomorrow night as they look to extend their unbeaten run to 4 games. Paul Moody has come on for Ipswich to help them see out this game. Nice ball forward to Tideman. Early cross in, too much on it for Pollock and for Aduajai. Loose touch there from Jambang. Still feeling the effects of that knock to the ankle. Wadham to Greenwood. Here's Winterburn. John McGreal, the Ipswich boss, you can hear over on the far side. Bags of experience in their dugout as well. Former Tranmere, Ipswich and Burnley defender. 4 years as manager of Colchester United as well. Took them all the way, the League Two side, to the quarterfinals of the League Cup during that spell. Now back in Ipswich as the under-21s boss. Tideman with the flick on down the line, looking for Bouton. Wadham. And Winterburn again. Aduajai. Here's Sadie. Sliding tackle back to Aduajai.
Not much space in there.
Very congested. We mentioned that in the first half, didn't we, on the edge of the box?
Yeah.
What would you be trying to do there, Max, as a player, when you
I think,
faced with those kind of conditions?
If they've, well, obviously, I'm not an attacker, but I think in them sort of situations, you've got to try to get the ball wide and get your wingers on it, and then sort of go from there, get crosses and cutbacks, because when the middle of the pitch is that congested, there's a lot more space out wide.
Greenwood. Tideman, seen a fair bit of ball in the last 5 minutes or so, the Cherries substitute. Sweeping pass from Wadham. Da Costa Gonzalez, one of the Cherries' brightest players this evening. Back to Tonks. Headed away by Baggott. He's had a very solid game at the heart of the Ipswich defence so far. Aduajai finds a tiny bit of room, can't find the cross to go with it. O'Connor will come away with it and clear for Ipswich. Wadham. Here's Tonks, space for Tonks. Early cross in, low cross in, it's behind, and Tideman shoots and scores! Off the bench, and in the goals for the Cherries. Third of the season for Tideman. Maybe there's still time.
I said to him,
Bournemouth 1, Ipswich 3.
I said to him half time he'd score. See if that can get him going.
That's got the crowd going. Just over 10 minutes to go at Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth have threatened throughout the game. Just hadn't up until that point found that final touch, that final moment. It's taken Kean Tideman to come on and unlock the Ipswich defence. Looking for Tideman again. Sadie goes down. Sadie wins the free kick. Great run by Sadie. Ewan Pollock just trying to get the crowd going even more so. Yellow card in there for the right back, Jambang. Another big opportunity here for Bournemouth. Wadham to deliver. Curling. Too much on the free kick. That's disappointing for the Cherries. Good opportunity to get the ball in the box there. And Max, you can sense the change in the atmosphere inside the place and amongst the players down there on the pitch. That goal's given them a real lift.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, there's always a boost, but when your team scores, it just really lifts everything.
The Cherries 12 games unbeaten ahead of tonight. Tonks. Winterburn. Da Costa Gonzalez. He's fired off enough warnings to Ipswich already this evening, quick to close him down on that occasion. Here he is again, Da Costa Gonzalez. He wanted a free kick, no, says the referee, and Ipswich will break it the other end through Osman Foyo. Not got any real support, he's going to have to go it alone, Foyo. Tries to do just that, fires wide. Searching ball for Bouton, does really well to keep it in. Tonks. A draw for the Cherries tonight would move them level on points with QPR. QPR have the better goal difference, so they would stay top. Though that seems still a long way off for Bournemouth at the moment, but stranger things have happened inside 7 minutes. Tonks with a great ball across the face of goal. Just no one there to get on the end of it. Finn Tonks has had a really good second half for Bournemouth as well. We mentioned him in the first. Seen a lot more of the ball in this second half. That was a really dangerous delivery. Agbaji clears from the back. Amadou, the substitute for Ipswich. Big tackle in there from Da Costa Gonzalez. Free kick though, says the ref. And that'll be just one Ipswich one, just to take the sting out of Bournemouth a little. Foyo. Still Foyo again, having to do a lot of the work himself. Roberts. Scored Ipswich's third goal this evening with a brilliant strike from the edge of the box. Here's Baggett, the Indonesia international, carrying the ball out from the back, finds Roberts. Finn Tonks with the foot in. Goal kick, Roberts can't believe it. Millwall 5th in the table, in the South Group table, coming into this evening's game. A win wouldn't move them up anywhere, would keep them 5th in the table. Played a couple games more than most of the other sides in the division. And again, Ipswich just allowing the game, the flow of the game to be broken up. Amadou. And that's a Moody on the right as well. Here's Carr. That's a ball over the top. The flag's gone up for offside. Well controlled by Foyo, but it won't count. Good line again from the Bournemouth defenders. No promotion or relegation in the Professional Development League. Should you win the playoffs at the end of the season. It's a nice turn and strike from Ryan Carr. Not enough power behind it or direction past Cameron Plain. Ben Winterburn. What a ball. Looking for Tonks. Well read by Henry Gray, was a long way off his line. Winterburn. Tonks again. This time in the battle between Tonks and Roberts, it goes Roberts' way. When Tonks felt it really should have been a Bournemouth throw in, and a talking to for Tonks from the referee as well for booting the ball into the advertising boards. The game just drifting away from the Cherries now. The goal would make it interesting in these final couple of minutes. Strong play from Pollock, did well to win the corner. This could be the moment for Bournemouth. Pollock back to Greenwood. Sadie delivers into the box. Aduajai. It's going to come back out towards Pollock, who couldn't get on the end of it. That was the chance you feel, Max Kinsey?
Yeah, you know, not a bad chance that. Yeah, just got to keep working at it. Keep working at it.
Amadou to Roberts. Agbajay. Moody. Baggott for Ipswich. That's a loose pass. Gray did well to get there with Aduajai lurking. Plain has to come out of his box at the other end. Lovely touch from Da Costa Gonzalez. Wadham. Too much on the switch to boot on. Scorer of Bournemouth's goal, Kean Tideman. Here's Wadham. Back out to Sadie. Early cross in, first time. Ahead of Adu Ajay. Baggett clears. Back out with Bouton. Baggett again with the header away. Winterburn. Bouton. Bournemouth really need to get the ball into the box. Now time running out into stoppage time at the end of this game. Sadie with the cross. Adu Ajay. Baggett with the head in there as well. It'll be a corner to Bournemouth. No fourth official here tonight, so no idea how much stoppage time we've got for Bournemouth to play with here at the end of the game. Everyone bar Cameron Plain is inside the box for this delivery. From Wadham. It's to the back post. Tonks is back there. Drops to Tonks. Pollock will try and bring it out of the sky. Does so. Cross in towards the 6-yard area. Adu Ajay. It's over the bar. It was always stretching, always leaning back. Just being told there's 9 minutes of stoppage time, Max. Plenty of time for Bournemouth to find 2 goals.
Yeah, definitely.
With another 7 to go.
Another good chance.
And you just hope they won't look back on moments like that. It was a difficult one there for Adu Ajay.
Yeah, stretching at it, but, you know, not a bad ball from Ewan.
Tideman. Pollock. Lovely nod down by Pollock. Adu Ajay, was there hand in there? A pig appeals from Pollock. Assistant referee on the far side has got his flag up, signalling the handball. The referee's ignoring it. Bournemouth furious. A definite signal in there from the assistant referee. Waved his flag and then signalled with his own right arm. Referee Harry Wager not interested, but stood right in front of it himself. Da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks. Tideman. Can't quite find Pollock. Back out to what a great strike. Another big save from Henry Gray. Not for the first time in this second half. Bournemouth pushing for that second. Another injury for Ipswich. And Bournemouth, I think, still furious in the ear of the referee about that handball on the edge of the box. Max, did you get much of a view of it?
Yeah, personally, I think that was a handball. You know, it did happen quickly, but you know that's the sort of decisions that could change the game. You never know. Free kick just outside the box could have gone in, and that really changes things. But you know, it's gone. The decisions happen.
Will eventually be a corner to the Cherries. I think it's Jambang, the right back, down again. Looks like another touch of cramp for an Ipswich player. Jambang really struggling. It looks like his evening is done, I think. Another change coming up for the visitors. Will be Michael Lavin to come on. Only sub-goalkeeper Charlie Binns left on the bench now for Ipswich. Corner to the Cherries, Greenwood. Short to Da Costa Gonzalez at the top of the box. Oh, now Ipswich have got a break on 3-on-1 if they can get it right. Here's Amadou. He's got Foyo to his left. Still Amadou. Brilliant tackle from Da Costa Gonzalez, and then Amadou sends the rebound over the bar into the south stand. Quite brilliant there from Michael Da Costa Gonzalez.
Great block, great block.
And can Cherries break it the other end? Adu Ajay, lovely touch, out of his stride, over the goalkeeper, off the bar. Oh, what a goal that would have been. He's had a relatively quiet evening by his standards this evening, Daniel Adu Ajay. He sprung into life there. Lovely first touch.
Oh.
And the lob over the goalie was exquisite.
Great idea, great idea.
Max Kinsey alongside me, he's got his head in his hands.
I can't believe
Max,
it.
you thought that was it?
I can't believe it's gone from one end to the other so quickly. Lovely ball from Finn, great touch from Dan, and yeah.
3 of the 9 minutes of stoppage time left. Bournemouth need to find 2 goals to move them level on points with QPR. Remember, this is a game in hand for the Cherries as well. Bouton, heavy touch from Bouton, too heavy. Again, well read by Henry Gray. Off his line quickly. You can't say Bournemouth haven't had their chances in this second half. That'll be the frustration for Alan Connell if they come away with nothing tonight. Here's Roberts. Not closely by Winterburn. Sadie back to win it for Bournemouth. Late tackle on Sadie. Play on, says the referee. Da Costa Gonzalez. It's going to be a yellow card in there for Alex Stepion. Iwomene. And then Sadie and Ryan Carr involved in a bit of a tussle. Stepion Iwomene, that third Ipswich Town player to referee Harry Wage's book this evening. And again, Bournemouth send everyone forward. Got 90 seconds plus whatever else the referee wants to add on to play. Greenwood didn't quite get the step over right. Here's Adu Ajay. Smashed clear by O'Connor. Tonks. Still that belief from the Bournemouth players that a goal here would just make that final few seconds interesting. Bouton backtracking, marking Amadou closely. Greenwood. Wadham stayed forward and almost moved into the front line for the Cherries now. Pollock with the back heel. Again, just a little congested for Bournemouth through the middle. Tonks looking for the run of Sadie, too much on it. That's the 9 minutes of stoppage time up here at the Vitality Stadium, and there is the full-time whistle. Bournemouth's long 12-match unbeaten run comes to an end. They suffer their first defeat since the 9th of September, Alan Connell's side, and they miss out on the chance to go up and above QPR to the top of Group South in the Professional Development League. A disappointing evening at Vitality Stadium for the Cherries development squad, beaten 3-1 by Ipswich. Dan O'Connor in the first half, then Foyo and Roberts in the second. Kean Tideman off the bench to get a goal back for Bournemouth. And they had some big moments as well towards the end of the game. Adu Ajay with a lovely lob over the goalkeeper which rattled the crossbar. In the end, unable to find the back of the net after that Tideman goal had gone in. Max Kinsey, how do you sum the evening up?
Yeah, you know, obviously disappointed for the boys, but Ipswich scored some good goals. We knew they were going to be a tough side. I think, you know, sometimes it's one of those nights. I think we had a lot of chances in that second half. Could have gone a different way, but, you know, you got to take it on the chin, and we'll get back to the training ground. And
You're in partnership with ESET. It ends in defeat for the Cherries as their 12-game unbeaten run comes to an end. Full time, Bournemouth 1, Ipswich 3.